Hello everybody, welcome to a new series on the channel where I build trains and wagons in a scrap mechanic creative mode, and sometimes there'll be episodes on how to improve your scrap mechanic trains while also building a train. Just like today, well, I'll be showing you guys what track material works best for a train. Like here I've got stone, and I'll be showing you what track material is best to use for your train if you are using not terrain assets, so just blocks. So I've already built my locomotive for today's video. It is my first 040 locomotive, and we'll use it to show what track material is best for your train, as some like make your train bounce up and down from my survival experience, and some don't, and some make it go really smooth. And also, don't mind CJ in the time lapse, he didn't know I was recording. But anyway, let's roll the time lapse. time lapse over, I can show you guys the finished piece which has been painted and has a little bit of more extra stuff to it. So in 3, 2, 1, that is the finished piece. Now it's not the most impressive thing, but it is my first 040 build, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. While building in the time lapse with all the these pieces, the duct pieces, and while I was building with those, I just had like second thoughts on this whole series. But now, without using them, I think that it looks pretty good. But I am using them a bit here, but you know, for the hole underneath and the sides for the boiler, I think that looks alright now. Anyway, I'm just going to give you a tour of everything. Starting with the bottom, we've got the wheels. In real life there would be a rod here, but the rod just gets like jammed, and then like you just can't. The train just can't move. I've got some guiding pipes there, and then I got some stabilization pipes there because this is a bit heavy on the back. Got some 2 bumpers. I was going to add some couplings, but I'm not coupling anything right now today, but I'll probably do that off camera. And then it's the same on the other side. I have actually pulled this side out by 1 to make it look a bit more realistic and more bulkier. The front looks a bit different as well. It has I can't remember what this is called, but it's the door at the front of the train that lets you go into the mechanics, and then they've got some aesthetic looking ladders. And then if I press this button here, it opens it. Yep, it should. Yep. And then that just goes into all that. That was to do some lights for the firebox, but yeah, lights just do more lag, and yeah, I wanted this to be probably as most lag free as it can be, and that's why there's, I think, 8 bearings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 bearings and possibly a few more. Yep, 9. So not a lot of bearings to make a lot of lag, but I just didn't want the lights there as well. But now I'm just keeping this here because it's heavy, and well, this thing was just like flying off, I don't know. But anyway, if we press that button again, it closes it, and right here is the firebox that you can open up, and you go to the engine. It is actually an electric engine, as I wanted to see if I could make this strong. I don't know if Scrap Mechanic changed how their engines work because of the survival update. Like, before the update, electric engines were actually stronger, I believe, and gas were faster. And then this is the tender part that's actually connected to the 040, and I've made it look like it's powered by steam when it's actually powered by batteries, as you can see here. If you press this button, it, well, turns it on, but we're not really going that fast, so turn it off. And then let's speed up a bit. And oh, yep, there we go. And it does work, but the thing is, I want to know what track is the best and probably the most reliable track to use for your trains. And when I say reliable, I mean the one that tends to bounce the less. As when you're building your track and operating your trains in Scrap Mechanic, without using terrain assets, which most people just use, but when you're in like survival, you can't do any of that, I think. So you're gonna need to know which material would work best for your train, so that's what we're going to do right now. I am actually just going to paint this, so it's equal on both sides, as I forgot to paint that for some reason. Alright, we are at the testing area for today's video, where we have 6 tracks right here, 6 tracks. All different types of material. We've got net track, we've got wooden track, we've got concrete track, we've got scrap wood track, and we've actually got scrap stone track. So we're going to go through one by one, seeing which track the train can rely on the most. I'm probably going to do the train on each track twice, just to get a fair decision once we have done all the tracks to see which one is the most reliable. So let's just line this train up here, like so. I think that, yep, that's lined up. And now what we do is, I think we should just speed up just a bit, like so, and then we press that. This isn't about speed, but it is quite fast. But we need to see when it derails, and then we'll mark it with some plastic and then paint it red to mark it for any future videos. Oh, it's bouncing. This is not what you won't want. So the net track is a bit bouncy, and it's making it stop. Oh yeah, probably what doesn't help that these bearings aren't hooked up, but you know what? It doesn't matter about those. I don't think that will make a difference anyway. And it made it to the end, but I'm gonna do the second run for the train, see if it makes it there. If not, then I don't know what to say, as in the survival world we had a bridge, me and CJ, for a train, as you guys saw if you have watched the video of my city, touring the city, that me and CJ built in survival. But the bridge over the water was actually made of net blocks first, and it was just bouncing and derailing, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But anyway, let's press that and see if it will derail. It is. Those two wheels are kind of hovering above the track. And that pipe, I think, is pretty useful. But it is doing a good. Oh. Yeah, but oh. It popped off. I am gonna mark it here because yeah, because net track isn't good in my opinion, because I've had many experiences with this type of. Okay, I'm just gonna mark it. Okay, I'll mark it by the end, but I think net track isn't the best. I'm just gonna mark it here. But it is very bouncy, and this can happen to your train if it isn't light, if it isn't heavy enough. So yeah, I think that's fair. It is like my choice. If you guys want to do this, you can, but I'm just doing this for fun, and so you guys don't have to. But this is mainly just for fun, even though it's like actual results, if that makes sense. So we're gonna drop it, and we are going to press this button. Yep, everything's working. Oh, oh. What's up there? Ooh, whoa. What's going... Alright, that wasn't a good start. The net track's better than the wood track so far. Let's line it up again. If you guys do have any better ideas on how I could test how I can test which track is more reliable, because I'm just doing it how the train runs on it, to see if it bounces and derails or not. But anyway, so yeah, please do tell me. But anyway, let's press that button. Oh, I was going to delete my lift, but maybe not. Oh, yeah, this track isn't that great. Oh, it is doing better than it did last time. But I wouldn't say that's derailed until it can't actually move, because you could help it and whack it back on with your hammer or lift. Ooh. But it's still going, so I'm still going to count it. Oh, it's okay, that's not what you want. So I'm just going to mark it. Where is it now? There. Like so. I'm actually just going to bring it back a couple, just in case. And there. Alright, so it seems the net track is actually better than a proper wood track from those two goes. And then we go on to concrete. Let's line it up. And then we press the switch and then see how it rolls. Hopefully this one's good, because I think higher the friction of the block is, and this is like the highest friction block I believe, the better the train should run on it. It's gone past the wooden one. Oh, will it go past the net? Oh, oh, that's not good. Alright, so that is the train's first run on concrete. So I'm gonna just bring it over to its second run. Alright, now we press the switch again, jump off, see if it can go past the net checkpoint this time, or if it can even go past this. Yep, it has. Can it go past the net checkpoint? This is so fun to watch, and yeah, it's so fast. Oh, would it go past? Oh, it's bouncing. Okay, it just got past it, which is a good thing for concrete. Yeah, it is bouncing. Oh, it's going past. This is good. It's gonna go to the end. Okay, I am going to mark that as a checkpoint for this. Well, it's not really a checkpoint, as you can't really beat this. Well, I don't know what you call it, but you know, You can't really beat this, as this is at the end. Maybe I should have made the tracks double the length, but then that would have taken me ages to do this. But you know, that could be a thing to do. Maybe in the future I might do this video again, but I have no idea. But the concrete track I think is better than the net track, even though the net track got there on its second go, then the first go it did there, I believe, or the other way around. I don't know, but it did that. Anyway, let's line this up. Alright, I think it's lined up. Drop it down. Hop up in the train. Oh yeah, also, I made this gap here, which you guys didn't see in the time lapse, but I did make this gap here. Unless you did, I'm not sure. And there's a roof. But anyway, let's hit this switch. Oh, it's not a great start for scrap wood. It is bouncing really very bad. Actually, it's bouncing a lot. Whoa, this isn't. That's not good. Wow, that's its first run. The second run aligned. We want it aligned with this, like this block here, so so I can get it as fair as possible. And then we press the switch, and oh, that's not good. If it derails here, then this. Oh, all right. I am just gonna mark it right here. Yeah, that's not good for the scrap wood. That's not the best track, I'm guessing. Alright, we are aligned up, I believe, on the scrap stone, or stone, the track. Anyway, alright, let's hit the switch for its first run on a scrap stone, which is doing good so far. It's gone past scrap wood, and would it go past wood? Yep, it went past wood. Can it go past net though? Oh, it's going smooth. I'm just about the same speed as it. And I think it just went past it. It is bouncing a bit. Oh, I think you could hammer that in, but it's not gonna. Oh, it's just going. Oh, but it just got back on track. Literally, I am actually kind of the same speed of it. If I get like, yeah, like that. And it got back to here. So concrete and scrap wood. No, concrete and scrap stone are probably the best track you want to use for your, well, tracks. I might do this in survival actually, once I have enough materials to do something like this. That is an idea actually, to get results in creative mode as in and survival. I don't know if they'll be different, as in survival, like I was saying, the bridge was actually made of net, and it just kept on derailing, and it like was it slowed down and it sped up. I don't know if that's got something to do with what it was holding, because it was holding a tender and like a couple coaches, like, well, wagons. And then when we changed it to scrap wood, it got like a bit better. Then to wood, what it is now, it got way better. But anyway, now we need to score it up, so let's grab our track blocks, which is, well, we've got concrete level 1, wood level 1, we've actually got scrap stone, scrap wood. Let's get rid of our hammer, we don't need that, and then net as well. That's all of our track blocks, just by these couple of results. Nothing too serious really. I just wanted to build a locomotive today. My first 040 I wanted to build today, and then I wanted to see which track is best. Not really anything serious, but I can do a more serious one in the future, and then do another more serious one in the future again, but in survival, which might be an idea to do. But yeah, I just wanted to build an 040, and I think it came out pretty nice. But anyway, I think probably the reason that you are here as well is to know which track is the worst and which track is the best and most reliable. I think the worst is probably scrap wood, as you just by these results alone, I'm not going to base it off of anything else. Based on these results, while the train was on scrap wood, the train just kept on bouncing, and well, it didn't make it that far really. And then the best and probably the most reliable block materials that are actually obtainable in survival, which I wanted to do. I didn't want any blocks that weren't attainable in survival and not modded, just to clarify that. Is concrete and scrap stone, as well they both made it to the end, and they didn't really bounce as much, but the only reason why I'm not including net is because it bounced a lot, and the results are completely different in survival, but like it was bounced a lot. It had a chance of derailing. It got to the middle at one point and then it got to the end, but these just got to the end like most of their tries. Alright everyone, that will be it for today's episode. Please do tell me what you thought of this episode of the new series. It's a very different video to what I normally do. Alright everybody, that'll be it for today's episode of this new, episode 1 of the new series, and it is a very different video to what I normally upload, and please do tell me what you think about this. The whole reason of this episode is just I wanted to build my first 040 in scrap mechanic, and with the whole city train thing, I just got this idea from there, and, oh, fell off the platform. Yeah, this series is just going to be about me building trains and wagons and all that sort of stuff. This video has actually taken me many hours to record, and I'm not even going to use any of the footage except for today's footage, which you're going to see, and then the time-lapse one. But yeah, I hope you did all enjoy. If you have any ideas on what I could have done differently or what to do to build in the future, please do comment it down below, as I'll be actually really interested in what you have to say. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.